Bob Carr here with the Bob Carr Show. Joining us in the studio today, Mr. George Rains. George, you've been a customer for what, 30 years?
Long time, Bob. We've known each other a long time.
Long time when you were first building that house up in Pasadena. What year was that?
1996.
96. It's coming on 30 years then.
Yeah.
I remember a funny story. We were up there working. You hired us. We were up there. I remember checking up on the guys. Your wife called me and rightfully upset, and said, "Hey, there's one of your guys out in a hammock in my yard. You know, do you allow that to happen?" And I was like, "No, ma'am." And obviously now your wife and I and you, we joke about it, but back then it wasn't nothing joking because it was a brand new hammock, brand new house, and there we are, and my guy not thinking nothing about what he's doing, hanging out, waiting for you guys to come home. So he's kind of hanging and waiting. She comes home and has a discussion with him, has a discussion with me, but...
funny time though, right?
Huh?
A funny time.
Oh, yeah. Now we look back on it because your wife really wasn't upset, but she's
No.
kind of like, what's going on here? And I still look back on that. It's like, why in the world was someone getting someone's hammock? And you know, his thing was being a country guy. It's like, I'm just hanging out, waiting for Miss Karen to come home so I can show her how to use this controller.
You know, it's funny thinking back when you guys first put our system in, and we had so many trees, and year after year you would come back and put other zones in. And Gary, your guy's still with you, great, and always knew where I needed stuff and how to put the next zone in. So, you know, adding things to an irrigation system, you make painless.
Well, besides trees, someone else had some pro stock Camaros in the yard,
a couple cars and, you know,
motorcycles
and stuff sitting around. So
back in garages, back behind the fence.
Yeah, lots of garages.
Then a swimming pool. Happened in the yard.
Yeah,
so lots happened. Lots changed in 30 years.
Putting the pool in was a big deal. I remember calling you and you just said, just mark out the pool. You guys will come disconnect everything. They dug the pool, put everything back around the pool, all drip edge, and pool's been in 2006, I think the pool went in. So the pool's been in a long time.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So enough of me. How about you? Transportation world.
Things are good. So with my brother, Jack and I started this business back in somewhere in 1990. We didn't work so well together, so I left, as you know, went to work for Z-Best for
Jack's a character.
27 years, and you know, that company was sold. So I'm back with Jack, been there just about 15 months today.
So how's that going?
It's good. It's good. He takes care of the equipment. I take care of the sales, and we're doing a really good job. Still Glen Burnie, do work in the tri-state area with our equipment. We do work nationwide, but we still do work from Richmond to New York, as you know, with our equipment.
Well, I want to brag on you a little. This fall, I had texted you, then I called you. You and I had a conversation. I said, "Hey, I need some important folks that are coming in from Italy. I need them to be picked up, brought through customs, and taken care of." And you said, "No problem. I can handle that. Give me the particulars. Give me their flight. Give me the contact numbers from what's up." And your guy texted me on the morning in question on his way up. When he got there, he was there. He had their contact. They got off the plane at 2:11 and 2:41 within 30 minutes. He had them through customs in the car and headed back to Maryland from JFK. And that's a feat.
Well, it is a feat.
Not everybody can do that.
Well, you know, it's 4 hours from here, and, you know, anything can happen on 95. So thank you.
But the main thing is in the airport. We're all pins and needles to say, make sure we pick up these people. A lot of things can happen out of his control.
Yeah.
But your guy was right on it. And every time he would do that, he would pick them up, talk to him, had him on a call. You know, they were texting me, "Hey, your guy's here. He's got me together. Blah 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 blah." And I was like, "Man, this is great." And they got him back down here, and it was a long day for everybody.
Oh, it is a long day. You know, he leaves 4 or 5 hours before. You know, he's got to be up there before the flight. But fortunately for me, I kept a lot of people with me that have been with me for 20 plus years, and your chauffeur was one of those guys.
Oh yeah,
so
they
understand
was smooth.
the importance.
Very smooth.
And at this time of the year, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Take people to New York to see Christmas tree. We do a lot of trips up there for the cruise ships, up to Newark, cruise ships. So that's the business we're in today, which is good.
Just smooth how you guys operate too. You know, when your girl first called, gal in the office, she say, called. I said, "Can I give you payment?" "Nope." So why not? How about deposit? "Nope, not from you. I don't need a deposit. You pay me when you're done and you're happy." I was like, "What?" You know, well, I better watch what I say about that. She said, "Well, when we're done, I need to get paid." I said, "Oh, no problem." She called me the next morning and said, "How did everything go, Mr. Bob?" I said, "Unbelievable. And boom, paid, done. And so I just wanted to thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So now, Tell us some stories when it doesn't go as smooth. I'm sure you've had those over the years.
Well, I mean, vehicle problems, people problems. We're in a moving business, right? So lots of things can go wrong. And when things go wrong, we've just made it a mission, or I have. We fix our problems quick.
Well, that's what you know for in the industry. Of course, you don't want to brag on yourself, but everybody knows you and how to make things happen. From here all the way to Vegas and over to Dubai, and I've heard them stories all around the world.
So it's just customer service, just like you guys. We got to make sure we take care of the customers. When there is a problem, we just fix it quick, make sure everybody's happy. That's what keeps our brand growing.
Do you have situations where you just can't make it right?
Oh, sure. Yeah, like when an airport situation where they're waiting 5-6 hours for customs or bags.
Ooh,
we can't wait that long.
That's right. It's weather related. The airplane's delayed. Can't get off the tarmac. Can't get the bags in.
Well, it's more bags and customs, right?
Okay.
So we do a lot at Dulles. So, big international like JFK. If we're waiting, we'll wait an hour complimentary, but if we're waiting 2, 3, 4 hours.
You got a bill for that.
We got a bill for it.
Doesn't that get kind of hairy talking?
And lots of people don't understand it.
Yeah.
It's the airline.
Time is money.
Sure, time is money. But, it's part of the business. We take the good with the bad. And we just rely on good people, right? Our business is built around good people, having great chauffeurs, great reservation agents, dispatchers, keeps the wheels going.
Gotcha.
So with us being in a 24-hour business, 2 o'clock in the morning, you got to answer the phone, right? Because somebody's flying somewhere in another country, another city.
Sure.
So we got to make sure we're
2 a.m. to us is 5, might be 5 p.m. to them.
Sure.
So you got to be ready.
Yep. So that's how we've been successful through the years. Is just maintaining good people. I have people with me today that have been with me 20 plus years.
Gotcha.
And it helps the mentality of customer service. So you're not always training or retraining. We just know what the goal is and make sure we try to get to that every single day.
So if people want to get a hold of you for either employment, because I know you're always looking for good people, and or they want to do a reservation, how do they get a hold of you, George?
So the company name is ELT Limo, so it's Extraordinary Luxury Transportation. Our phone number is 410-437-8200. Just call. Anyone there can help. I'll be happy to provide a quote, whether it be here in the tri-state area, another city, or another country. So we're here 24 hours a day.
Fantastic. Appreciate you coming in today and spending some time with us, George.
Fantastic. Good to see you, and thank you very much.
This wraps up another episode of the Bob Carr Show, and we'll see you guys next week with another episode.